got out of the shower, hence the wet hair and glasses from no makeup. But you know what? I'm not gonna pretty myself for the internet. I don't need that in my life. Hi Grace! It's me. It's your lizard friend. Oh, my name is Lizzie.
The roommate.
That's Anna. She's my roommate. She's annoying and I hate her.
I'm doing homework.
Get me out of this hell. It's been a while since we've seen each other. It's been exactly a month actually since I moved in here. This is like so weird because she's just
I'm just doing my homework.
Quick update on my life. What have I done fun? I climbed an active volcano. I made the Chico State Snapchat story yesterday. I got this sweet Ron Swanson Pyramid of Greatness, I know, poster, which is just wonderful, and I'm just going to keep it right there so you can examine it. So anyway, that's my update. Kind of stuck on what to talk about, because I was stoked. I texted you and I was like, I want to make a video for you. I'm going to do this. It's going to be awesome. And then when I actually thought about making a video, it was like crickets. Maybe I'll edit some crickets. So I was just kind of thinking about stuff and things, and I was going to make a video addressing something like privilege or something feminist or something like that. I was on the Tumbly machine, and on Twitter machine and stuff, and so oftentimes people post things and they attempt to be like in support of feminism and a bunch of other stuff, but they make a mistake, like they don't include transgender people, or they don't include gay people, or they don't make reference to people of color. People just kind of like bash on them. Scum, like, who do you think you are making this? You didn't even include us. That's okay. Like, you should definitely make that criticisms if it's like a senator, or if it's someone who has had time to educate themselves on these issues. With Tumblr, you have to remember that these are anonymous people that can be as young as 12. I don't know about you, but when I was 12, I don't think I even knew what a transgender person was. That's because I didn't have a lot of access to the internet at that time. My parents didn't really allow it. I don't think I had Tumblr, so my only access to the internet, I don't think I had any social media at 12. So my access was like limited to like playing that cool math.com games. I didn't hear about it in the media often. I you know, wasn't encountered with it at school. So a lot of times people attack people for not being entirely inclusive when they're trying. For example, I'm a feminist, and I definitely started out as very white feminist, as people call it. Actually, that's a pretty accurate term. I only looked at feminism that really applied to me as I know as a woman, as a straight white woman that's middle class and American. I didn't really consider the intersectionality of feminism, and it took me a while to understand that, and now I'm there as an 18-year-old, not 19 yet. As an 18-year-old, I've taken women's studies classes, taken sociology classes. I've been really lucky to be in that position, and I've been following, I have like Instagram accounts that I follow, it's like intersectional feminism, and Tumblr accounts, and it takes some time to understand that, but I think when you attack someone that could be as young as 12 that's just kind of getting started, it's almost like, I'll give you an example. So over the summer I went to the pier in Oceanside, and I was sitting with some of our friends, and we were sitting hanging out, and these people came up to us. They gave us a bill. It counts like a dollar bill. It said like $1 trillion on it, and it's like, do you want to know the $1 trillion question? And I was like, okay, what? It's like, will you go to heaven when you die? And I'm like, oh no. And so basically they were telling me that I wasn't going to heaven because I was a sinner, because I didn't confess my sins, and I don't believe in Jesus, and blah 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 blah. And they're like, now convert and believe in Jesus. And it's like, that's not going to make you believe in Jesus. When people are calling you sinners, and when people are telling you you're going to hell, that's not going to make you want to be part of their religion. What's going to make you want to be part of their religion if someone is like, hey, like, I had a really rough time last year when this and this and this happened, and you know what really helped me was this verse in the Bible that talked about you know, it talked about love and talked about acceptance, and it really helped me through this time. Like, do you mind if I share it with you? Do you mind if I share you my experience with this? Like, do you want to come to church with me on Sunday? A very, approach that is understanding. And so I think that mentality should be kept on the internet. Person makes a comment about feminism and doesn't include transgender people or anyone in the LGBT community or people of color. I think instead of people attacking them and being like, I don't really know what they would say. I don't really even want to know, to be honest. I don't want to spur out that negativity. But instead of doing that, they could instead be like, hey, a point you missed here was that you left out this group, this group, this group, this group. And it's really important to consider this group in your point because of this, this, and this. Like, here's a YouTube video that really helped me with this. Here's an article that really helped me with this. Here's a story that I have about my life that would really help me with it. And I think that's really important to consider because people are constantly learning. I'm still learning. I try my best. I try my best to be as intersectional as possible. I'm an LGBT supporter, and I've been a supporter of transgender rights, and I didn't even really understand transgender until a couple months ago, but I still supported it. Like, I told you when it happened, like, I had, like, this big epiphany, and I was like, oh, I get it, and I, like, came to you, and I was really stoked about it. I had to take some time to understand feminism, and I had to take some time to understand why racism is still such a huge problem in society, even though it's 2015. It takes time, and you have to educate yourself, and a lot of that happens from people who do come with you at that approach of, like, hey, this is a really important point about this, like, here's a YouTube video to help understand this, this, and this. Like, I know a lot of things that helped me. I started watching, there is I think it was a Vlogbrothers video that John Green made about, like, the difference between sexual orientation, sex, and gender, and, like, I was watching it and I was like, oh, I get it. Like, I didn't really get that before, and I probably said some things before that were really insensitive. And so you can definitely go back and apologize and be like, hey, like, I'm really sorry that I made this comment, but I now understand it because of this person. Shout out, and I'm still going to try to understand. And so I'm definitely not perfect. I still come from a point of view of what I am, which is I'm definitely part of the dominant culture in our society.